I've got a couple of ideas for a long and a short on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the New York session is almost is gonna open in I think an hour 30 minutes. Let's get right into the DTA because I want to talk about the ideas I got for Bitcoin and how Bitcoin is literally right now is still consolidating above the current support and also still consolidating under the important resistance line. Before talking about the long trends, let me break down what Bitcoin is doing right now. As you can see on the higher time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we can clearly see that Bitcoin has been stagnant for about a couple of days, I think 4 or 5 days. Bitcoin, once it hit our major target of support at $107,000, it hasn't moved that much, to be honest. It just hit $107,000, gave us a nice long trade at $107,000 and then kept on rising higher. However, still the movement isn't the best, to be honest. I still need a better, stronger move on Bitcoin because right now, as you can see, we still haven't cleared the most important resistance. Yes, we've broken out, or we broke the support trend line, as you can see, at $110,000. However, we also need to still break $114,000, $113,000 based on this anchored view up. As you can see, we are still in the downtrend we've made from making the all-time high on Bitcoin. So technically, nothing is super bullish right now, to be honest. However, let me go to the 30-minute time frame because the money, where the money is made, is actually into trading Bitcoin. I like this price action because it's gonna offer us multiple ideas for a long and a short. And I'm gonna also mention talk about a nice long on Ethereum, but let's start by talking about Bitcoin on the 30-minute time frame. As you can see right now, we are hitting the first resistance line, which is basically $112,000. However, I haven't taken a short yet on Bitcoin. You can see clearly that we've made this high, the current daily high, but we haven't quite hit the NPUC, which is sitting at $112,000, 0.191. So technically, I haven't taken a short on Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin goes back or comes back to hit the line, as you can see, this red line, if I make it more visible, if Bitcoin comes back, makes a new daily high once New York session opens, then I'm also interested in taking a better short on Bitcoin because clearly on this move, we can clearly see, if I go to the exit chart, if I pull up exit chart on the screen right now, you can clearly see the amount of shorts being literally opened right now. So technically, I don't like being or entering shorts once everybody is looking into taking a short. So technically, I'm gonna be waiting for another high on Bitcoin. A better move or a better idea for a short, to be honest, is technically waiting for Bitcoin to fake out the current short trades. As you can see, fake out, liquidate the people who got into short trades, I think an hour ago, and then we can look into taking this as a nice short idea. So the first short idea is basically making a new daily high, sorry, above the current one and hitting the NPUC at $112,100. And also I've got other ideas for a long, to be honest, because as you can see, we clearly got nice amount of liquidity on Bitcoin sitting on the lower time frame. As you can see, we clearly got these candles looking nice, to be honest, for a liquidation move drop before taking a long, and we also got this one too. So I don't want to complicate it too much. Technically, what I'm waiting for is basically hitting $109,000 0.8 or hitting $109,000 These are the current long trades I'm waiting for Bitcoin, either faking out these lows, which I think we've made on Saturday at night, as you can see, $109,800, and then rising above this would give us a nice long trade. However, if this doesn't hold, then I'm gonna be waiting, to be honest, for a better liquidation move, liquidating the whole amount of as you can see, longs before getting long. So technically, I'm waiting for either $109.8 or $109,100 and a nice small short idea above the current daily high. Also on Ethereum, I don't want to make it too complicated, to be honest. The only trade I'm waiting for on Ethereum is a drop below $4,200 on Ethereum, as you can see, which is basically taking all these lows, hitting the NPUC, and also taking liquidity, hitting the value area low. So technically, if you are interested in a long on Ethereum, I'd suggest, to be honest, for you to wait for a better, nicer drop on Ethereum. I'm waiting for this drop to happen, hit for less or below 4,200, and then rising above it. I think this is a nice long trade to be had. So this is the only long trade I'm going to be waiting for on Ethereum. However, I've got multiple ideas on Bitcoin. Thanks for watching, guys.